Celtic Ligers is live this Friday, the 24th of October at 7:30 p.m. in the PEARSE Centre. That's Celtic Ligers Kick the Áras live in the flesh. What is it? It's me, James, a few guests, and sitting up on stage doing political comedy and commentary on this crazy presidential election that just was. BYOB. So bring some cans, have a laugh, chill out. Hey, even if you don't drink, that's fine. I just, you don't need to drink to have a good time. But I've been to very few parties I've been to very few good parties where there weren't drink there. You know what I'm saying? Is that fair?
Yeah.
Anyway, €7 unwaged, €10 waged. Could you ask for more on a night out? Do you know how much it costs to go to the cinema now? €12. And what are you going to see? What's out now?
A battle after another.
What's that? What?
Tron. The new Tron.
Tron. Can't even remember. Tron. I thought of it. I actually literally remembered it and then forgot. Because I was like, Tron Legacy. No, wait. It's Tron Ares. What do you want to do? Do you want to go see Tron with your your little fucking, little pouch of popcorn, your little thimble-sized bag of popcorn?
Actually,
okay.
Go see Tron and support an alleged...
Why would you want to do that?
Yeah, an alleged sex pest.
Yeah. I'm just wondering which people heard. Do you want to go see Tron and support an alleged sex pest? Instead they hear like support an alleged sex pest. And I was like, that wasn't to do with our show. There are no sex pests in our show. there are zero. There are zero.
Policy
for sexual pesticides. We want sexual pesticides for the sex pests. Flashback, 2018, repeal, results are coming in. I'm pacing around the apartment, my mind's racing, I don't know what the hell is going on. I gotta get out of here. I left, went down the road, turned out that a bunch of my friends were in a venue space, which we won't name because it will just confuse things. Let's pretend it was the PEARSE Centre. It was the PEARSE Centre, and they had a few cans, comrades, rubbing elbows, breaking bread... Anyway, whatever. Then the results came in overwhelmingly positive. Wasn't it such a good place to hear that news? And you're around all of your brothers, sisters, siblings. So that's what this is going to be like. We'll have a bit of laughs. We'll have some laughs. There'll be political comedy, commentary, guests, spoofs, goofs, BYOB, cheap night out, and then afterwards, hey, we'll go to the pub.
I was going to say...
Not that that's really...
Political comedy, commentary, and camaraderie.
Camaraderie, yeah. Comedy, commentary, camaraderie. These are the three pillars of... Just going into Ian Paisley because I can't do fucking... And I know that... Fucking get off my ass, all the people from the north. Be there. Be square. The Eventbrite link is down below. Please come. We would love to see you all. Vote first, obviously.
Celtic Ligers. Celtic Ligers.
Recorded 16th of October 2025.
And record.
5, 4.
Yeah, that fills me with such dread.
Yeah.
We went to a retreat in school, like a religious one. And as part of it, they were like, you get to make your own show. You get to make your own show on TV with a TV camera.
Yeah.
And the guy did it was really intense. And then I was on camera and he was like, he did that thing of the... But I didn't. But then he did like another thing afterwards.
Yeah.
He went like that, sort of like... really threw me. And then later on, someone farted and he started giving out to us. And he was like, has no one the balls to own up to it? Is there not a man among you?
Jesus. Did you see that show? I haven't watched it, but there's like the UK celebrity version of Traitors. And then as they've like finished giving like the kind of, and you'll all be, you know, I don't know how Traitors works, but it's meant to be like, you know, Quiz Zone, where it's like Team Red comes from Clonakilty and they like, you know, like, but like,
pizza.
so it's meant to be like, yeah, it's meant to be like ominous.
Yeah.
And so it's ominous. And then like suddenly somebody just farts. And then somebody's like, what happened there? And then there's like, you know, there's like an old woman who was in Calendar Girls. You know that movie?
Yeah.
She's like probably like same age as Judi Dench. And she's like, it was me. It was me. It happens when I'm nervous. I own up though. And everybody's just like losing it. And it's a very charming piece of footage.
English people have no dignity. You know what I mean? Either old women are farting.
Yeah. We keep it to ourselves over here.
What do you think Traitors is? I haven't seen it either.
That's such a good question.
And I've been trying to figure...
It's a show that like everybody is talking about, and I'm just like looking at it in complete like...
Yeah.
It must be like how my parents felt when they're looking at like Pokemon or something, where it's like... Nah, they probably less so, because I have some idea of what Traitors could possibly be, but no interest in finding out.
Yeah, it's a group of people who are traitors. Race traitors.
Is it like, you know, those like escape rooms where it's like this person committed the murder or something, and then you have to try and... I think it was them that did it.
Yeah.
And then if you get it wrong, then you get like, you know... Murder mystery parties? I'm not sure what they are. I've never done them,
sense.
but like...
One thing I was surprised at is how short it was. Because everyone was talking about it, then it was over.
Yeah.
Were there like 3?
Well, the Irish version was... I'm not sure if the English version is longer.
Was there like 3 episodes of the Irish one?
Yeah, I don't know. I was surprised at how it started, and then it seemed like it was just getting going, and then it was... All right, that's the end of the episode. Now we know who the traitor is.
I watched the first episode of Dinner with the Enemy.
Yeah. Zainab was telling me, I can't believe you did that. I can't watch that. I refuse.
Yeah.
I refuse to watch that.
It's so bad. Like, it's really... Part of it's really good, and then part of it is they have just found, like, the most annoying people. You know, they're not...
Ever.
Excitingly insane. They're just like... sort of mad and annoying, you know?
I was... well, that's what it felt like when they had Izzy Kamikaze on, because as much respect as I have for Izzy Kamikaze, she pretty much fits the bill of exactly like what you're talking about. You are interesting enough, but sort of annoying.
Yeah, like... She's somebody you admire, but then there's times where she's talking and she's like... You can't just make up your own statistics.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
They also do the Irish thing of like...
She'd be like the type of person who do... Because, you know, there's like an Irish person... I don't know how you'd call it, but like... Basically 10 years on, after the episode of West Wing airs, where it's like... Well, Leviticus 33:10 says that a woman who's menstruating isn't allowed to speak to me, but we don't follow that passage of the Bible, do we? And then it's like 2025, we're like watching it, and then she's across from some like very religious person, and she'll be going like, and yet I, as a menstruating woman, speaks to you.
Yeah.
And you're kind of like...
And then the other
like,
people
just,
are
this is so exhausting.
That like works on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where like someone says something like that, and they're all like, "Oh, I never thought of that." You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. Do you remember, like on Virgin Media, because that is very much the channel where this shit is. This is years ago. Ruth Coppinger was on with Niall Boylan on the Virgin Media Tonight Show, where Ivan Yates and Matt Cooper were interviewing a panel, and I believe it was about the Frederick Street occupation. Okay,
right. Yeah.
And Niall Boylan was making the case that, you know, the statistics aren't... most people aren't actually homeless, because I know people who are sleeping on their mum's couches, so they're not really homeless.
Right.
And anyway, Ruth Coppinger would then try to talk about the topic at hand, and Niall Boylan would go like, well, the thing that Ruth doesn't want to admit is that socialism just doesn't work. It should we just point at Venezuela, we point at the Soviet Union. It just doesn't work. And then Ruth Coppinger just goes like, well, I could point at all the countries where capitalism doesn't work, but we'd be here all day. And she continues talking. The look on Niall Boylan's face of just like his mind short-circuiting of like, what the hell? Like his mind was blown. He like could not figure out how to respond to that because he's used to these people like collapsing into a puddle where like, I'm not a socialist. No, how dare you say that to me?
Yeah. It's like something about religion. Then you're like, why, if God's so good, why did you make suffering? And it's like, you can just see their like brain melt between their ears.
Yeah.
They also do the Irish
Bone
thing of
cancer
like
in children.
The black guy is anti-immigration.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of that. That was funny.
And it's like, what? But you're black.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then there's a guy who I thought was like good crack. He was like a conspiracy theorist sort of guy.
Yeah.
And everyone hated him. Like very viscerally hated him. Because I sort of didn't like him, but he was my favorite,
Yeah.
They did a good twist at the end of the first episode, though, where you think, you probably heard all this because Zainab's watching it, but
well, a little bit, but I like hearing you say it.
You think they're supposed to vote someone out, and then they're like, actually, he's staying. That voted nothing.
Oh, really?
I think it was very pleasing.
That's fun.
Because then the guy's just like, all right, I guess I'll go here, and I know you all hate me.
Yeah. It's those guys where they start like a line of questioning, and they're also just like, interesting. They'll have this kind of tone of voice of like, I'm just saying this, and then everybody, it's like, do you think I'm an idiot? Like, I know where you're trying to lead me.
I know.
Like, you want to talk about that one thing that you're obsessed with, which is COVID. So it'll be like, it's interesting that you talk about free speech. Because I was thinking about this recently, actually. It's like, shut the fuck up.
Or someone's like...
boring.
Yeah. Someone's like a nurse, and he's like, interesting. Crazy few years, wasn't it? Like, my plan is coming together. We're talking about...
Why do they all sound like that? Why do they all... Like, the one I always reference is the clip where they're in, was it Dolphins Barn or Rialto or something, and they're asking people, do you want to wish Leo Varadkar a happy birthday?
Oh, yeah.
And then everybody, there's a great one, but the one where the guy goes, Leo Varadkar, who's he? Don't know where's he from?
I personally don't know him. Who is he?
Leo Varadkar.
Yeah, where's he from?
He's the Taoiseach.
Oh, well, in fairness, I've no faith in the government, to be honest with you. I don't think it's looking after the country too well. And you see the homeless everywhere. I couldn't care less what age the guy is, whoever he is, the Taoiseach.
Yeah.
Don't know him. Where's he from? And it's like, it's just that tone. It's like, what is wrong with you? Why can't you just say what you mean? You know what I mean? Instead of trying to like...
But I sort of liked him. I don't know why. I think because you meet a lot of comedians like him,
Yeah.
They're like 90% sound, and then there's a one thing where you're like, I wish they wouldn't talk about that because it makes me not like them. There's one other one. Oh yeah, the porn
Ben
star.
Scallon.
Oh yeah.
The one about Ben Scallon being Jamaican is still crazy to me.
Yeah, he really utilised that.
No, he wanted to go
at the right time. Yeah. Because I think it's almost like talking about like racism, and you can see him just being like, and then he might have even said something like, and you don't know what you're talking about. And then he was like, boom, my mum's black.
Yeah.
Imagine if she was white.
Yeah. I think isn't there meant to, in the second episode, or maybe it's the first episode, there's like a trans person on, and I really wanted to know how he responded to the trans person. Because literally 90% of his output is just like, men can't be women, women can't be men.
Yeah.
Zainab watched it. What's she saying? What's it? Okay.
But he's in both episodes, but in the second episode he's like, I'm a trans man, and then they cut to be like ooh. And then like the two I don't know, psychiatrists or whatever that they have in the background. It'd be very interesting to see how the group reacts to this revelation.
Yeah.
That's good. So one of the people you saw was a trans man. Could you tell?
I actually could, but I have a very sophisticated. I'm very good at it. I've been playing this game called Ethno Guesser.
My mental calipers are highly attuned.
It really is a game where they'll show, you know, those things where it's like, this is what the average Irish guy looks like. You know, those like the blurry face, and you have to like, you have to identify where on earth they're from.
Yeah.
I'm not bad, you know.
Yeah.
I was in the top 30% of people today.
Yeah.
It's a good game.
Try that game now in 10 years' time, and they'll all be. You wouldn't even be able to tell.
Yeah.
Because they're breeding us out of existence.
I got a really specific one. It was like.
Yeah.
It was like some.
Guatemalan.
It was like Zamibian or something.
All right.
Namibia?
Zambia?
Zambia?
Yeah,
I don't know what it's called. I just know what they look like.
Yeah, I kind of I this is something I've been thinking about, which is like we watched Quiz Zone, and we should probably watch it for the podcast, about how Quiz Zone really captures, I guess, everything of what it's like to be Irish. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
For me, where it's like, we've said it before that the British kids who are on those shows where you run into a fucking ball pit or have foam batons or whatever, do you know, they are like 10 times smarter than the children who run into the ball pits in Ireland.
And like much less stressed. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But just so, they are so like, so Quiz Zone, if we talked about it before, I'm sorry, but it was like a show on RTE in the late 2000s. And the idea was that there's like a ball pit and you have to send a runner into this kind of maze. They pick up a ball and get to the end, and then somebody, your team, who's like made up of like primary school students, would be back researching the answer to a question. Okay.
Yeah.
Each runner must quickly make their way to the start position, where they will have contact with their team in the search room. 10 seconds after hearing the question, they must race through the zone as fast as possible. Once they choose a route, it's sealed off from the other runners. They must make their way up 3 levels and back down the slide to their contact stations. In each round, the bonus ball will be hidden in one of these pouches. Meanwhile, their team in the search rooms are connected to the internet and the QuizZone.tv safe search engine. They also have a library of reference books. They must have the answer when the runner arrives back to the contact station. The quicker they make it through the zone, the more points they will win. The runners for the first round are Kate for the Blues, Cormac for the Yellows, and Glenn for the Reds.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hi, Kate. Hello? Good.
Can you hear us?
Okay. Yeah.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Contact made.
Where does the question get involved? There's a question on the ball.
Once they're, you got yellow team, you got red team, you got blue team.
Yeah.
And whoever the runner who gets to the first, it gets out first, there's like a headset, and then they get the answer to the question. And then from their team, they run up. And if you're first out there, then you're first to answer and you get the points.
Yeah.
So like frequently what ends up happening is like, you know, somebody will run straight past the thing at the end, and then they're like, where's he going? And then it's like, Sean from red team, what is the answer to what is the capital of France? I don't know. I forgot to get the answer.
Yeah.
That is not the correct answer. You know? So like all of that is just like everybody being really thick and stupid, but then also there being a load of pomp and circumstance around it.
Yeah.
So that was, I just wanted to use that to talk about the various interviews and debates I've seen with the presidential candidates throughout the week. But in particular, when Katie Hannon is like, you know, Ireland's, you know, we're going to interview Heather Humphreys, and it's like,
Yeah.
The battle for the Áras is heading for the Hope Strait. Next week, you will have an opportunity to decide who will be Ireland's next president. Tonight, I sit down with the Fine Gael presidential candidate, Heather Humphreys.
And Heather Humphreys, where do you keep your toast? Where is it going to be kept if you're in the Áras? Well, now I'll keep my toast. You know what? It's in the press where it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And you're kind of like, I fucking want to kill myself. I really want to kill everybody and then myself. Okay, this is a direct threat. It's so frustrating. And then you have like Catherine Connolly will appear on the same show, and then what they tend to do is they go like, they got a much harder interview from Katie Hannon, but I might be getting my head ahead of myself, but I just wanted to say this, where it's like she will be asked a question basically like, you know, one of the questions she was asked by Dave McCullough, for example, was one, it was like there was three parts to this question. One, how do you like feel about like the triple lock, you know, do you condemn Putin? Okay.
Yeah.
Would you support, like, I don't know, fucking some sort of armed resistance to Putin and his invasion? And then just as she's answering goes, and do you think that Ukraine should get all of the land that was taken from them since as far back as 2014? And then she's kind of like, you know, like just trying to say like, well, that's like not for me. Just answer the question.
Yeah.
Do you know? Like it's like this, the first one is like, do you condemn Russia? Yes. You know, do you think that Ukraine has the right to resist? Yes. Do you think that they should get back all of this? It's like, look, that's not for me to say. That's like for somebody to get down and hammer out negotiations back and forth. Like that, like everybody, like most of the people know that like this whole thing about like we want to get back everything as far back as 2014 or 2012 or whatever the fucking year it is. It's like that is just something that they've said so they can prolong the war.
Yeah.
You know, it's just so unreasonable, unfeasible, unserious, and yet like the only acceptable answer is yes. Okay, and when Catherine Connolly is asked about it and she tries to give an answer that's kind of like, well, when you think about these things, you know that Lemmy sketch, have you ever seen the one where it's like yes or no? Do you think somebody has the right to kill another person? Like, well, you know, if you're talking about a kill or be killed, say yes or no. Yes or no. You can't even answer yes or no. Well, you're asking me, does somebody have the right to take somebody else's life? And I'm just trying to, I just wanted yes or no. Just yes or no.
Yes or no? You can't even answer yes or no. Yes or no? What do you want me? What do you want me to say?
Yes,
do you want me to just
no?
say yes? Do you want me to just say? He'll do you fucking wank, eh?
And it's like, you are unserious people. You are really stupid, and you think that you're smart. So that's basically where it links back to Quiz Zone. You think that you're really, you know what I mean? Like, as in, they really take themselves so seriously. Do you know what I mean? It's like, you know, Rachel on the blue team, you know, who loves horse riding, you know, like, and they're like, you know, come on, Katie, we got to get in there. We got to do this, you know? And it's like, you're kids, you're children, you are babies, you know?
Yeah. Irish people are intellectually children. I think it's fair to say.
Yeah.
I like the Lemmy sketch with the song.
Which one? Wrong way down a one-way street.
Yeah.
Interesting. This is the first time you said you liked anything by Lemmy, and I've tried numerous times.
I like that one. And I like a small bit of the milk one. He reminds me of Shane Clifford.
Yes, big time.
They both have sad faces.
Because he's indecipherable.
Yeah. There's strange accents and sad faces.
The strange accent he affects.
Scottish people are so different to Irish people.
Yeah.
I think I've said this before.
Isn't it funny though that when you find out that they're the same in certain ways, you're like, that's weird.
Yeah.
like where do they go? Like Limmy wrote a big blog which I'd give cash money to read, but he was basically, he grew up in a unionist household. And they had like, yeah, I know, and they attended like his by the way, look up his brother who got like done for like harassment and assault.
And then we've looked the brother up on the pod before, but
but his brother is like a big like unionist loyalist, and you're just kind of like, I don't know, I didn't realize that culture existed in Scotland and that it was so similar to the brand of unionism that exists in the north.
Yeah, his brother looks so crazy.
It's so funny.
What a legend. Like, why are they loyalist over there? Like, because their loyalism is like, it's not even like a unique Scottish type. It just seems to be like Northern Irish. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's just unionism. I mean, unionism is just going to look like that probably anywhere.
They have like orange marches and stuff.
Yeah.
Like William of Orange was a guy. I don't even think he went to Scotland.
Yeah. Are we sure? William of Orange.
What's his name? Go to Scotland.
I was trying to look up, like, what do people from the north, what do they think are good North of Ireland impressions?
He never went.
He never went. That's interesting.
Give me 1 sec.
William Ulsterman. Mrs. Banfield. Mrs. Banfield. I have a legitimate and peaceful request for pineapple on a stick.
Pineapple and cheddar cheese.
Pineapple and cheddar cheese on a stick, sorry. Pineapple and cheddar cheese on a stick. James just left. I don't know why. We have a live show coming up. We'll probably talk about it later on. Live show. Did you hear that, everybody? Celtic Ligers kick the Áras live in the flesh. Eventbrite link down below. James, myself, and a couple of guests will take to the stage on the 24th of October. That's polling day for the Irish presidential election. 7:30. It's polling day. It's election day. It's a la 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 election day. It's election day. So what will we be doing? Spoofs, goofs, japes. It'll be 2 hours, I'd say, and you get your money's worth. 7 unwaged, 10 waged. We'll be talking about all things presidential election with guests. We have some good guests lined up. I'm just confirming their availability and also asking James how many guests we want. But yeah, whatever. I did a little plug for our live show.
Oh, yeah. The 23rd of November. Be
24th
there.
of October.
Or be square.
For political nerds only. For political nerds only.
Bring your
calculator.
Girlfriend.
They don't. Political nerds don't be having girlfriends. We'll be lucky if there are girls there at all.
Yeah, what would you do if no girls turned up?
I would probably think of a funnier answer than say kill myself. I would cry. I would. What would I do? I would I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised.
Do you think girls should come?
Yes. There's a lot for girls to like there. We've got freaking
Come on. There.
I don't know. We'll be doing. We'll be braiding each other's hair.
Yeah.
We'll be talking about boys. Dishing about teen heartthrob Corey Feldman or Leonardo DiCaprio.
Teen heartthrob Simon Harris. Remember? Simon Harris was having a moment since 2016.
Yeah, 2016 to about like 2018, people were like, I want to fuck Simon Harris. And then after that, he just like Portrait of Dorian Gray aged, you know? What is it? Not a better example.
The opposite.
No, yeah, it was, but you know when they stab the painting and then, or they destroy the painting and then all the years catch up with them. But a better one would be if that guy who drank the wrong Grail in The Last Crusade.
Yeah. He wore the jumper. He wore the repeal of the 8th jumper. Do you remember?
I don't remember.
After it was cool.
It would be crazy to imagine him wearing a repeal jumper now, wouldn't it?
I might start.
No, like you can wear a repeal jumper, but him wearing a repeal jumper, like him taking a stance on absolutely anything, would be insane to imagine now. I'm listening to a very good podcast that was sent in by Frank. It's called
Clear Lens Podcast with Audrey Kissin.
Did you watch that clip that Frank sent in?
First of all, if I was Simon Harris, I'd wear one of the like tricolor suits instead of the repeal.
Yeah.
And the hat. And we're going, take our flag back.
Take our flag back. Take it back. We're getting the soundboard together as well for the live show. That has to be there, obviously.
Yeah. Take our flag back. What are other classic Irish moments recorded on screen or audio?
Recorded on Celtic Ligers. Do we do like... Is it funny if we do like really generic moments like don't make unnecessary journeys or... but we're using it ironically. We're not
Careful now.
Careful now. Yeah. These are near and far. It looks like Rain Teds. Have that on the soundboard.
Yeah.
I might put on the whole here, leave it out. Every now and again, just press that and it just plays for like a minute and 30 seconds. Here, leave it out. Leave it fucking be. Have you seen that one? No?
No.
What? You have to have. You surely have.
I don't think so.
Oh, it's one of the most famous. Like I think it's on like I can't remember. I think it's Talbot Street, and this guy just comes over and starts kicking the shit out of this other fella, and there's this old woman just yelling, here, leave it out, leave it fucking me, and the guy's just like wailing on him, just like punched, leave it out.
I like the one where it's the guy is like, what do you make of the Queen coming to Ireland?
Yeah.
He's my favourite. Let's play that one right now.
What is it? What is that one actually?
We'll play
I thought you were talking about the guy talking about the Americans on St. Patrick's Day.
Maybe that is the one I'm thinking of.
That's a famous one.
Play that one.
For Dumbos.
My computer's got to freeze. Play it.
All right, fine. Zainab wants to say something. What's up? A bit of a what? What?
A bit of trivia about that. Here, leave it out.
Okay. Okay.
She voted for Jerry Hutch.
She voted for Jerry Hutch, the woman in that video.
In the general election.
In the general election.
What?
That would be another good one. You're like a dying wasp. We didn't even... that's always been an absolute disgrace of our election coverage that never featured in an episode that we recorded.
Yeah.
When he called Paul Reynolds a dying
you were sort
wasp.
Of anti-monk.
No, I wasn't. We devoted a lot of time to talk about the monk. But I'm just really shook that I didn't cop that one anyway. Well, so you're saying old man Americans.
And? Play.
I don't have it. I'm searching.
play.
Old man Americans. Why the fuck did I type that in?
No, I'm talking about the fella who goes in Celtic. And of course, Rovers.
Did you send me the link to that?
No.
All right, well, I'll play this while I find the other one. While you find the other one.
You going into the parade tomorrow?
I wouldn't be, you know what, I'll stay in the back garden with me dog. I think it's the greatest load of punts and wants. All the Americans are over here. Oh my God, I love this, I love Ireland. They doing my
Very good, huh?
Yeah. I don't know how to send this to you. If you just look up, and of course, Celtic.
Celtic what?
And of course, Celtic.
And of course, Celtic.
And prepare to laugh.
Have you been a Pats fan all your life?
I have, yeah.
And do you go to all the matches?
I used to, but not as much as I used to go, you know.
Who is your favourite Pats player?
The fella in the green and white shirt.
Okay, and Pats, they haven't been doing too well this season. Do you think they're going to do well this season?
It's just taking a break, you know, for next season, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. Keep the good men on the bench. Then, bam, Bob's your uncle, Mary's your auntie.
Do you think it's important for, like, Irish people to support our own soccer league?
I do, yeah. I don't believe in all that, like the Premier League and all, you know. Like, I follow Man United. We should be following our own side, yeah? But then, now, we might be getting into politics. Then, like, they say, oh, we don't want the Queen over here. But yet they follow the Queen's football teams. It's actually a good point, you know what I'm trying to say? So I just think they're all hypocrites, like. But it should be all League of Ireland all the way. And, of course, Celtic.
That was good. Just the idea of him going like, he says a point, and it is actually quite a good point, but like he just suddenly goes, fuck, that's a good point.
It's a good point, actually.
Hey, I was right.
Celtic. When we started watching, I was like, oh, I guess he wasn't talking about the Queen.
Yeah.
He gets it in there anyway.
It was great. I loved it. I mean, I love hearing that voice because I feel like it's going to be one of those videos that you watch that people like 40 years from now are looking at going like, God, I can't put, you know, with those videos of like Kerry farmers from like the 1930s.
Yeah.
It's like, fucking
Like,
hell,
do
do
people
they actually
really
speak
sound
like
like
that?
Yeah, my mum was asking why everyone at my gig was American.
That's dangerous. That was what Sean Fitzgerald, he's like, I remember him saying that, you know, those guys from Dublin who sound like they're American.
Yeah. The weirdest ones are the ones who have like regional American.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
there's the ones who just have like the one that's like, oh, they've lived here, an American who's lived here for ages.
Yeah.
Whereas you meet someone and they'll be like, you from the South.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And how'd you pick that one up?
I know. I remember, maybe I've said this already, but like, hey, I've got a mug like that. James is drinking out of a mug that I own.
Birds on a thing.
Birds on a wire. Whatever, I just realized that story I was telling was boring, so I'm not even going to finish it.
Tell it anyway.
What was where was it? What was the story? What was it about? Oh yeah, my
an American accent.
Yeah. I developed like for a very brief period like an American accent because I was dating this American lady. And then once I found out I had an American accent, one of the things that was very radicalizing for me was when I was in college and I studied animation with the famous YouTube animator Oni NG, who's from Wexford. Chris O'Neill.
Is he Minky from Minky Short?
No, he's not. No, that guy was after my time and don't know what happened with him. But Chris O'Neill, he would have made, I think he's animated or storyboarded Smiling Friends. So he's like part of that Newgrounds crowd. And he's lived in America now for like 20 years, I think. Or maybe not 20 years, but like just shy of 20 years.
No. You were studying with him.
Yeah, so his second year would have been 2011.
So
how long is that?
14 years.
Just shy. 6 years shy. Just about. Whatever. I won't add 6 years to my age then. Thanks very much for doing a solid for a friend. But anyhow, he was trying to teach me how to make popular Flash cartoons, and I had recorded like my friend and their voices, like from Galway, and he said, "Can you get them like sounding normal? Like get more people who are normal." And I was like, "What do you mean by normal?" And then obviously what he meant by normal was American. You know, you should be trying to You should be trying to wrangle your Irish accent into something that sounds more American so that it can be. And so like I have a bunch of Americanisms because I used to want to be American when I was a teenager, you know? I wasn't adopting like an American accent, but I certainly was using words like, there's certain things that I say which I feel are like
diaper.
Yeah, well one of the most egregious one was faucet. People get very upset when I say the word faucet. Which I find very hard to shake.
Even though it sounds like it should be the other way around.
Yeah.
You know, like you think Americans would say tap.
Oh my God, yeah.
And we'd say faucet.
But I just, after that, I kind of was like aggressively trying to get some Irishness back into my accent after it had been like, so now I feel like I've got one that's slightly overcompensating sometimes. But then when you're in Dublin, everybody thinks you're a fucking culture, you know? Like, you remember those people, friends of mine, former friends of mine who were, who basically, at one point they said something to me where they go like, "Oh, well, you come from like a very repressed Catholic upbringing." And I was like, what the fuck made you think that? I went to like a multi-denominational school in prefabs, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You're like the most deprogrammed person I know.
This is it. It's kind of like they just had this thing where like, oh, I just heard your accent, which most people in Galway, by the way, would not consider to be a very strong accent. In fact, most people if I went back to Galway now and was talking to people, they would say that I was American, genuinely.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but you know.
Let's watch a Minky short before we get into the news.
That guy, you know, he went away and then he went to college, okay? COVID hit when he went to college.
Right.
I just found that funny where it's like, because in my college, this guy who was like 16, he's a teenager, he lives in Cork, okay? He made this stuff, it followed me around for like 5-6 years afterwards. As in like, in college they'd be going, "Do you know what you should be doing? You should be doing stuff like sminky shorts." I was like, I don't want to fucking do sminky shorts. Then I went in for like meetings like in RTE and they were like, "Oh, we're really looking," this is in like well past the sell by date, "We're really looking for sminky shorts." I was like, I don't want to do fucking... So I had like a load of resentment towards him. And then once I found out he came back during like COVID and then kind of disappeared again, I suddenly was like, fuck, do you know what? Like he seemed like... This video here has 3 million views. Okay. Such an insane amount of views for something.
Yeah. But it's so relatable. Sminky. Is it Sminky or Sminky?
Sminky, I have it here.
Sminky Shorts by Andrew James.
Alright.
I want one of the parents.
I like the one Awful Sad.
Okay.
Jesus is awful sad to see, isn't it? Huh? That's right. His whole life ahead of him, huh? That's right. Ah, Jesus is awful sad. A fine fella he was too, huh? A lovely boy. That's right. Bang on, that's right. Only trying to get a bit of cheese, that's all he was trying to do. That's right. Only trying to get a bit of cheese. Ah, Jesus is awful sad. And look at him there now with his brains all over the place. Oh, very sad, that's right. It's an awful world we live in. Oh, Jesus is awful sad. Oh, it's awful sad. I say he shot himself too. That's right. Oh, yeah. Shit everywhere. Oh, Jesus, it's awful sad. Oh, it's awful sad.
Joe were good. I liked do you remember Roger O'Sullivan was making those PS1.
Yeah, they were so good. Yeah,
Yeah, they're really good.
Have you seen his show?
No.
Because he incorporates those PS1 like other ones that we haven't seen online. He incorporates them into his show, and they're very funny.
Yeah, they're really good.
He did one. I don't know if this is gonna be spoiling a bit, but like one of the ones of like how he was doing like millennial IRA, do you know? And it's like he's like at the phone. He's doing okay. There's a bomb gonna be. Oh no, sounds too conceited. Okay. All right, do another one. Okay, this is like the third time I've recorded this. There's gonna be a bomb in the.
Do one with the parents and then we'll move on.
All right, fine. Look at how my computer is just stuttering. The worst purchase I've ever made in my entire fucking life. Now, what's the parents one? I don't even know it.
It's like Game of Thrones.
I'm pretty sure that's one called like Martin's World, isn't it?
Oh yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
Marge's singing voice. Oh, I hate this. I hate this. It's so perilous typing into the search bar when I know James can see. Martin's life, actually. Sorry. Martin's World looks like a racist Cork man. I'm only presuming he's racist because it looks like the streaming rig of a racist, but I think he's just into weed.
Yeah. Joint Committee on Drug Use in Ireland. 16th of the 10th, 25.
What a guy to
2 hour
find.
stream.
This is crazy. I love 2.5 hours
stream. Come back to this. Just open one of them in a new tab.
There's like smoke coming off of my computer right now. There we go. Game of Thrones. I fucking hate this one. 1 million views. Insane.
Yeah, I like the skinny jeans one's my favorite.
The worst animation of all time.
It's Martin's life.
Is that Coronation Street? No, it's Game of Thrones. What's it called? Game of Thrones? Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones. Isn't that the young fella there from that other film? What film? That film At Home Alone? No. Huh? It's not him. It is. It's not. What's his name? It's not him. Bruce Willis. Macaulay Culkin. That's it. Macaulay Culkin. This fella here is a dwarf. Yeah. Says them dwarfs are comical. Do they get paid, I wonder? What? The poor old dwarfs. I wonder, do they get paid? Why wouldn't they get paid? I suppose they'd be a bit cheaper anyway. Hadn't they a dwarf in At Home Alone as well? No. They had. They hadn't. Not Macaulay Culkin now, but the other small fella. There were no dwarfs in it. Have you the right channel for the news? It's only 8 o'clock. Leave him alone, he's watching Game of Thrones. What is it? Game of Thrones. The boys from At Home Alone are in it. Who? The dwarf and your man Macaulay Culkin.
Was that one? Have you seen the Sean Fitzgerald, the silly beggar Game of Thrones? I watched that one as a.
Okay, then we need to watch the Joint Committee on
We do need to watch the Joint Committee.
On smoking weed.
Fuck off. This sucks so much. I hate what they've done to the YouTube. I hate what they've done to the YouTube. Do you see the user? Do you see Mark Baldwin? His name is Silly Beggar on this.
Big hand call. Silly Beggar.
How do you look up how do you look up user?
I don't know.
What the fuck is going on? Type in Mark Baldwin.
What I think I love about the YouTube shorts and stuff like that is there'll be like a clip of Mr. Bean uploaded. Like there was one just there. And then you go to the comments and it's like, I don't know what is going on. It's just people being like scared. Or like,
yeah.
Or they'll be like, I don't see what's funny about this. He could have been hurt.
Yeah. They're all gone. He made it private. Fuck this. It's gonna go to the Patreon. Alright. There's just a very funny one where Sean Fitzgerald is doing a northern England accent. Where he's like, if my father, Edard Stark, had told me that I'd be up here morning, noon and night with you numpties, I wouldn't have come. I just wouldn't. And I find it really funny.
Martin's World, the Hot Box. 420 News. This is released today.
No, it wasn't. Oh my god.
Yeah, look, Joint Committee on... And there's a little fella in the bottom right-hand corner who's like a weed-based superhero.
Yeah. This is so incredible to find a guy and then... Well, maybe he's been up there for ages. 2,000 subscribers. How many videos? Oh yeah, he's been on for ages. He's been on for a while. Canaman TV. I'm presuming that's like a cannabis-based superhero. That looks like your Kickstarter sucks project, doesn't it?
Yeah. He also has like loads of clips from like the Doll TV. Yeah. Working to
but you know that I've only found this out, like, this is just so, because you mentioned it, I want to say this. Oireachtas TV, did you know that they outsourced that to a private company? And they're basically like, we need you to do the same job except slightly more and we're going to pay you less. And then the company are like, no, we're not going to do that. So now there's like, it's possible that like Oireachtas TV might be in jeopardy. Like you won't have live coverage of the doll. And it's just because they won't pay people to do it. And I just find that crazy where it's like, you know, in theory, you know, to be an informed public, it's worth it to have like 24, like whenever the doll is in session, you should be able to see it, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
And the fact then when I read that article, I was suddenly like, it just never occurred to me that it would be outsourced to a private company, you know? It was like,
yeah,
we'll just get some guys to come in and then they'll work here and then we'll pay them. And so apparently a number of TDs, like mostly opposition TDs, have been trying to get like them to be hired directly by the government. But the government's obviously rejected this. And obviously it suits opposition TDs because that's where they get the bulk of their clips that they can put out there. But the government doesn't really want you seeing anything that they're doing at all, or how little they're doing. They really don't want you to see that.
Yeah.
So anyway, but this guy's channel will be dead tomorrow. Oh my god, it's him watching, what is it, a committee.
Oh, it's him watching the Joint Committee.
And he's got merchandise, he's got a little hat.
Here's your mate.
Anyway, we get it. But fair enough. Fair play.
He's not saying anything.
He's not saying anything, but like being entirely committed to one thing and just reporting on it. You know, it's kind of, got to admire it.
I want to see him speak.
Right. He's still not saying anything as far as he's on his phone.
Like he's just watching it on his phone. Like it says here, they're talking about like intergenerational trauma. You can tell he does not give a fuck about that. He's like, just talk about smoking it.
420.
I don't care why.
I don't even I hate all the drug culture stuff, you know. I hate drug culture, but you know what I mean? I hate the fucking Rasta shit and the weed leaves and all this, and the fact that it's like, it has to be like a religion. Like he's interviewing the guy who has the cannabis-based superhero. It's like, it's all right to just fucking smoke a joint and just, I don't know, go to the cinema. You know, do you have to make it your whole thing? Does it have to be everything you're about?
Yeah.
But I hate, I think I'm also jealous because I never get out of weed what these people get out of weed. Do you know?
These people seem to get some other experience out of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
it's like that,
it must interact with their brain chemistry in some other way.
Like, have you seen, you know that thing where it's like, for some people, what's that one? Coriander tastes like soap to some people. And that'd be me. I taste coriander, I taste soap. So anyway, I wonder if it's a similar thing. But what was my point? Yeah, sorry. But if I was to ever do it, I just feel like anxious all the time and terrified. And this second is not the real second. And then I go into like what I can only, like the K-hole equivalent with weed. Where it's just like, I want to die. Like I can't. So sometimes people will be like, yeah, let's take a gummy and just chill out, watch a movie, you know, and you're kind of like, that doesn't happen with me. I get up and I start like pacing and feeling freaked out. And then for like the next day as well, if I do even have a good time, which is like relative, the next day I'll just feel insanely depressed, more so than usual, noticeably so. And you go like, it's one of those type of things where you go around, everything sucks, I hate everything, I want to die. And then you go, oh yes, because I smoked weed yesterday. Like you forget that happened. Yeah. I smoked weed a week ago and now I want to die.
I want to hear what this guy says. Go back to the end.
56 minutes, 30 seconds just to see if his mouth is slightly hanging open. So I'm wondering if he's talking.
Yeah.
He could just be really high.
He doesn't even know
he's
where he
blazing. He's like seeing fucking Bigfoot or something, you know? Crazy shit. Like we're not even seeing.
Yeah. He thinks he's on Mars.
He thinks the floor is made of snakes.
Alright, play. You made a noise.
Still nothing. I'm going to skip ahead again. So that is he's watching 2.5 hours of Oireachtas TV, but he hasn't said a single thing. As far as I'm aware. Still just watching it at 1 hour 26. I saw his mouth move. No, he's not going to say anything, is he? Here he is. He's at the end anyway. At the end, and he has very funny. His background is just a view of Shandon. That's a street I live on, just to let you know. Look at it. I love that church. I love that little salmon on top of the church, you know?
Yeah.
Just turn. Oh, there we go. That's better. Yeah, as you just heard there as well, that the next session is going to be the 6th of November. So what's that, like 2 weeks away? 3 weeks away, actually. So the next session is going to be the 6th of November. What are the reasons there for that? What's the significance of the 23rd to 30th of October? Why can't it be held then? God damn it. It's just frustrating, I suppose, if I was to have it my way, if we were to have it our way, I suppose we would see these meetings being held day after day. Like, it shouldn't be a case of how long it's taken. These people who are sitting there, these TV presenters, they're paid to do their work. Surely they should be able to sit there for a day, hash this out, look over it, maybe
pun not
2
intended,
weeks, 3
pun
weeks
intended.
almost, maybe to kind of hash through it all.
Said it again.
Like, why aren't they doing it? Why are they appointed to a committee and not really putting any time and effort into it, and running out, stepping into other committees, having to do meetings or votes there or whatever the case may be? As a couple of them were stepping in.
Anyway, I think my respect for his single issue dedication has waned significantly since he's like, oh, ideally they should be talking about legalizing weed every single day until it happens. I was like, do you think that maybe the housing crisis or health, it's like, you know, is there any other issue that you could think that they would devote round the clock Oireachtas time to?
Weed.
You know? Like,
yeah, and don't be stepping out. And don't be making a committee do it. Like, I know we don't know how it works, but he definitely doesn't know how it works.
Let's see what the comments are. I can't believe it. Oh, 0. Fuck that. Let's look up some previous comments, and then we can finally put this guy to bed and get back to talking about the issues. Which one do you think will have the most comments?
I feel like the shortest one.
Yeah, so it's Ireland's Justice Minister, who at the time was Simon Harris, calls out drug prohibitionists for the harms of drug prohibition. Comments are turned off. You are a real piece of shit.
Why did you turn the comments
Gino
off?
Kenny, the boy. And Last Can Corla Catherine Connolly from 2 years ago. Here we go.
Here we go.
Follow UN and WHO guidelines and decriminalize the personal possession and use of all drugs. Drug use treated as health condition, not destroying people's lives with criminal sanctions. Preach. Hon Gino boy, you'll go down in history as an Irish legend. And he certainly will. We love you, Gino. Robbed. Fucking robbed. What a disgrace.
Thank you for your hard work, Martin.
What work? What's he done? What do you mean? What work? What's he going to say? What work? You're more than welcome. Just I know I hate to be going on after somebody's spelling, but like seriously, in that sentence there.
Yeah.
You're more than welcome and thanks for your support. You're not Martin. And he liked that. You're not Martin. You're not this. So once again, yeah, just like
well, hey,
yeah.
Martin likes it anyway.
It's just again the Irish thing of like, you're an idiot. It's your, and then you say something that makes no sense. You know, it's like,
yeah,
I don't know. Lovely to see this, Martin. Irish wanderer here. I've been away. Hope you're well. It's adorable. Teenagers 18, 19 in Ireland stroll into off licenses and purchase 2 bottles of whiskey, 4 bottles of vodka, 6 bottles of brandy, a slab of Heineken and 200 cigarettes. Seriously, guys? Someone in Dáil Éireann, please explain your rationale to me. And somebody gave him £2.40. €2.40, sorry. Thanks. And he responded, thanks for the support, Niall. And I guess
let's throw him some money.
Let's throw him some money. What do you got?
How do you do that? I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, you can. They do it on Navara Live anyway.
I'm going to give him like £100.
Yeah.
Like, smoke one for me, Martin.
Yeah, I was going to give this to the people in Palestine, but you've earned it. Can I just say I smoked weed every day for a whole month over Christmas, and though I wish I had some when it was gone, I wasn't in need. It was more a want. I feel perfectly fine, not mentally impaired or have an addiction. Now then, if I drank a bottle or more of alcohol a day, then I bet I'd be in serious trouble. I love when people do that about weed, where they're like, it's non-addictive, and it's like, I've seen some people.
It's like, I've smoked every day for 10 years, and I'm not addicted.
And also, like, you know,
I just have schizophrenia.
But I know people who like smoke loads and loads, and then if they don't get it, like they'll be like, no, I'm not addicted. I don't need it. It was like, yeah, but you're exhibiting all the symptoms of somebody who's in a state of addiction, which is like irritability, just anger, you know, this sort of thing where it's like, I haven't had my fucking joint, and they get like pissy and like, I guess pissy was the only thing I was going to say, but I've noticed that people get like incredible. The people I know who smoke a lot of weed are some of the most paranoid fuckers in the world.
Oh yeah, definitely. We leave a comment.
Okay, I'm logged in as myself. Will I log in as Celtic Ligers? Yeah, I will. Switch to Ligers.
Ew.
Oh my god, didn't realize that was still there. My old YouTube channel.
Jimmy Hoffa.
Jimmy Hoffa's corpse 1. Good God.
There's Gino, looking like he just smoked a J, if you ask me. Hey Gino, put down the bong, my man. Smoke one for me. By BAI.
Brother. Bye. I see what you're saying.
Should I
Yeah.
get out?
Smoke one for me. Bye. Yeah.
And then is there like a emoji that's, you know, with red eyes or something? But then the weed smoking emoji.
Do you think there is one?
I don't know. Probably not.
Burn a new hole in my tracksuit today.
Gone.
Smoking soap bar without an ashtray. All right, where were we? What was it? Smoke. Nope. Green. Put a little lettuce leaf in.
Yeah. Hear that?
Just two.
And give him some money.
No, I will not be giving him any money, okay? You can give him some money.
Give him 50 quid,
no
come on.
fucking way. Smoke one for me, bye. All right, that's that. And that is your episode of Celtic Ligers. Thank you for joining. Oh my God, we've been recording an hour. What the fuck? All right. Well,
I need a bottle of... I was getting a bottle
that's
of water.
crazy. So we could actually be like, all right, well, if you want to hear us talk about actual stuff, you'll have to pay for the Patreon.
That's the end of the free bit. Go to patreon.com/CelticLigers for the rest, where the Ligers talk about Irish presidential election 2025. Continued attacks on Catherine Connolly from an incredulous media who really do not like being in the spotlight for smears. Particularly Ivan Yates, who finds it shocking that his own words be used against him and his preferred candidate. They then talk about Irish comedy, reading out some of the events taking place in Kilkenomics and comments made by Mario Rosenstock about the abandoning of political comedy.